Okay, I think we got her. Okay, so last we left off, I was having issues with the deflection on the set after I replaced the multi-section electrolytic that used to live over here. Now, for whatever reason, it was freaking out and it was shoved over to one side. I think it was shoved over to the right side of the screen. And I wasn't quite sure if I'd screwed something up in the process, or my initial fear was in the process of drilling the holes for these rivets that I'd accidentally punched through and either damaged the trace on the bottom of that PCB, or there was some sort of flash or schwarf that was jammed between some of the connections and causing a short. Well, it turned out to be none of that. The problem was this black wire right here. I failed to attach a ground connection for this 120 microfarad electrolytic. So that connection was stuck. Let's see. Yeah, it just wasn't being filtered. So I put that black wire in there and voila, problem solved. Now I have already gone and done a little more work. I finished off getting the electrolytics replaced. So this 3-section electrolytic here, I wound up installing this terminal bridge, or terminal strip, and there are actually 2 holes already in the chassis that were almost exactly the same width apart as this strip. I opened one of them up just a little bit with the drill to get the pop rivets in there. I think if I had to do it again, I would not use these rivets because the tool can't get close enough to the surface to be a nice flush fit. I'd much rather use 632 quarter drive screws and star tooth washers and nuts and everything. But this works. I properly installed the grounds, or so I hope. And there should be 3 capacitors over here. However, one of these guys only had a single connection. There was a yellow wire, this guy here actually, that was running from this terminal strip over here all the way over to this single lug. And that little guy was rated at 200 microfarads at 25 volts. I figured it was since it was just one wire, it was easier to just relocate that. I don't know if it's in frame. Yeah. I just located it over here. Just positive and connects to that terminal. There's a ground terminal right here that's not even being used. So that was simple. And it meant that because this is a 5-lugger, I didn't have to try bending it around one of the other higher voltage terminals, and you know, it made it a little bit cleaner. These guys here both have multiple connections to contend with, so I decided to just give them their own spots. There was also this small ceramic disc cap right here. I didn't have any new ones of these, and that value, I think it comes out to about 30 nanofarads. I didn't have any. So I just saved it, unwound it from between this ground point here and that lug, and then popped it right back on. Now, this guy right here is supposed to be 100 microfarads at 200 volts. I don't stock any 200-ish volt capacitors, really. It's just, I probably should instead of 160s. But I didn't have anything anywhere near 100 microfarads, but I still had some of these 450 volt 120 microfarad guys, and there's no harm in making it larger. So I had one of those, I used it, and that'll work. And then the other section is just a 10 microfarad at 450 volts. Always got plenty of those. So that got taken care of. And one last thing I did under here, because I remembered it, there was a film axial capacitor over on this side going from the high voltage boost output here to this point here, this ground, yeah, it's a ground connection. I originally had, and originally was, a film cap there. However, as I mentioned previously, this wire right here is actually coming off of one side of the power line. It's a voltage doubler setup for, I can't remember if that's for B plus or B plus plus. Either way, this capacitor is directly across the line more or less. So I swapped out the axial that I had put in there and used an X1Y2 type safety cap, just in case. So with that all being done, I'm going to see if anything new has changed since I put those electrolytics in. And then I'm going to hook up my pattern generator and see that we have a decent rectangular raster, if we can actually get a signal through, because I haven't messed with the IF section yet. Alright, what you do. Alright, and let me see. Got crosshatch pattern enabled. I think it's kind of picking up something. Hang on. Somewhere in there. Let me turn up the RF gain on the generator. Alright, let's brighten this. Trouble is I can't really manually tune this thing because of where the controls are. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Holy crap, look at that. It looks like the tuner's a little nasty. There it is. Okay. That's actually surprisingly, well, okay, it's a little unstable. But again, that might just be because the tuner contacts are a little gross. It's just a giant multi-wafer switch, after all. Let's see. But yeah, where are we at? We're somewhere in between channels 3 and 4, according to my Heath kit. But we are picking the signal up. It's just a little, yeah. If I so much as tap the tuner switch, it freaks out. Well, yeah, it doesn't like that. Looks like I'm going to have to take that apart and go in there. Shoot. But it is nice to know that I am actually getting some kind of signal. Hey, and the indicator lamp is even working. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, so just the slightest amount of movement on the shaft there throws it off. Now I've got a crosshatch pattern. Can I get horizontal lines? Yep. Vertical lines. Sure. Color bar? Kind of. Grayscale. Dots. Yeah, I got snow. I don't know what the hell purity is supposed to be for. Either way. Okay, so yeah, we've got a video signal. But that means I need to go through and take apart the tuner assembly. And I suppose that shouldn't surprise me much. Honestly, I've had pretty good luck with tuners not requiring a ton of work, but it looks like this one is going to require me to get in there and mess with it. But it's a unitized construction. It doesn't look like it should be super hard to get into, though. So, that's great. And it is running at full line voltage. I got it at 120. Oop, and it just snapped in place. Okay. Well, maybe everything is warming up and it's finally happy. I need to get a picture for evidence because, you know, reasons. Now, I don't think I have anything other than, is this? This is, oh, that's the vertical hold control. Okay, so it's vertical and everything, and then down here I have, yeah, okay, that's my horizontal hold control. Which means that the pots that are accessible if you take the switches off are going to be for vertical linearity and vertical size, more than likely. I have to dig through and see if I have the correct general cement adjustment tool for that. I probably do. Oh, sweet. I think that'll do it for this one. I was really just trying to get a little bit of work done on this set. I have a Zenith chassis I need to make some repairs to for a friend, so this was just on the bench first. But I think the next thing I'll probably wind up doing on this... Oh my god. Something is really, really wrong. Hold up. Apologies. I just realized that the output tube for the speaker appears to be red plating. Holy crap. Okay, so something's not quite right with the audio section then. That's not good. Alright, well, on that note, I think I'll end it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.